shine reflects in our need. And your children shall be like the stars above. You most my God be the watchman of this nation.
Good morning or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I want to salute all the people them for the Southern Cameroon territory, Ambazonia, for this critical analysis. This one is a special program due to the massacre where that take place for inside Kumba, for inside Fiango for Kumba. I go want to take a moment for just check if my connection will be okay, because we always face a lot of challenges with Facebook where they try to suppress our viewership. So I could take a moment for check them. Okay, let's say they're live. Okay, we will continue the show. So welcome, fellow Ambazonians at home and abroad. I want to salute una again for welcome una for this No Connie Talk production of the critical analysis. Today, na an emergency presentation, as una know very well. They don't kill over 5 of our students and waiting there for inside Nkumba. So I don't come today for can give una the facts and which we will know up to this moment. We'll now also hear from the defense chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, Benedict Kwa, and we'll also expect for hear from the president of the governing council, Dr. Cho Ayaba, when also the commander-in-chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces. The official statement and speech he go deliver them tomorrow. So make our population, make una be patient for wait for the official statement from our leader during this liberation phase of our country. I want to welcome all man. I think for Ambazonia now it will be now around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock for morning time, the same time for Europe. I want to salute all man. I don't come again once more, as I don't always promise una, for be the vanguard, for be the truth teller, for be una Ambazonian FBI, for make sure so we make una hear the truth and nothing but the truth. Today is a very sad day for Ambazonia. How we don't see how they don't slaughter, execute over 5 of our students and for inside Fiango for Kumba. I go bring una exact facts, things the way we know them, and where they fit separate them from fiction, so that make una know exactly the truth. So as usual, before we start, we always get the music for play them, for welcome all man before we start, for give our presentation. I go play some music today. I think I didn't play this music before, but I will play the same music today. Maybe we use them for welcome all man, and then we will go directly for our production, our show today.
You are looking down on me, you will soon hear from me.
I'm coming out. Oh, it's not by power. It's not by might.
By the Spirit,
but by the Spirit
of the Lord.
Any which way victory is mine. When I shine, my enemies go blind. Hey. I go explore hastily, quickly, without no warning.
So all man be welcome.
You are looking.
I want to welcome all man way they on live now. As you see here, Benji, they work they online, and also Tita Afa they online, Primrose they online. I want to salute all our communities, the refugee community for inside Nigeria, the refugee inside Gabon, the refugee for Europe, and those with the seek asylum for protect themselves against this war way they go on for inside our country. I want to salute all the great community the way they don't stand behind the people of Ambazonia for support them during this liberation phase of our country, especially the people for the United States of America, those in Europe, those in China. I want to salute in particularly Amik, saying that people they don't do great job for make sure say make we day for place all day. And I want to salute all our commanders them for ground, our generals and our commanders, and our supreme commander for ground zero, and all the special force unit. I also want to congratulate the newly graduated batch for the special unit for Ambazonia Defense Forces, where they don't establish them, they don't finish their training, then they now for the ground. When I go to hear more from them subsequently. So fellow Ambazonians, when I welcome for this show, my name is Capo Daniel. I be the Deputy Defense Chief for the Ambazonia Defense Forces for the Savannah State. This show will be focused primarily on the massacre wey don take place for inside Fiango for some school wey dey for dey call na Saint Francisca school for inside Fiango dey for Kumba. I go give una the facts as we know am now, and tomorrow una go hear also from the Commander-in-Chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces about this event. So just give me a minute. Okay, I want to tell the people them for Ambazonia before I do want start to do this particular presentation. I go give una exact facts, no be opinion. I'll give una facts on the ground about what will happen with these people them. They don't kill them. I don't do our investigation. I don't also lead a part of that investigation team from the diaspora, and we'll get some people them for the ground where they go to do the investigation. I don't talk with some of the people them where they live around that area for that house, and I don't talk for some person where be did, but you know, we be gather enough information, and I go to give una some of those part of those audios them, so that make una know exactly what you will know and what you will believe, and then I go tell una the theory will be behind everything I go present for una. So far, our forces them way it be for inside this area, for inside Meme, it be led by our commander. It be like commander be lead our forces them for inside this area, this state. It will be in a Bosdav. Unfortunately, we will get a big setback for Kumba on the 1st of October, where Bosdav will be ambush. It will fall for inside Kumba. So currently for Kumba, we'll be on the backtrack. We'll try for still regroup ourselves, our forces them for they know about be deployed on the field, and we'll see they in a state where no fit talk for under social media, but we'll see be very, very strong. So, but we don't get the news of these tragic events. We don't see the videos. We don't watch them all. The War Council, it don't hold meetings. It don't dissect everything. We don't listen for our experts. We don't also talk from the people then for the governing council for get information the way our international partners and too they get them. And we don't also talk. I don't talk for Papa waiting to happen. Papa waiting to happen. Our poster for Ground Zero where now they do our polling for know which way people they think them and which way people them they expect them. So we don't talk to for ye. I don't come today. I go do this show. It will be very, very brief and it will be straight to the point. The first thing where I want to come from my opening statement. Now say La République du Cameroon. They need to understand one thing. The Cameroon government where they occupy Ambazonia and all their collaborators on the ground, they are impostors them where they present themselves like senators, mayors, and all these illegitimate administrators imposed on our territory. They should know one thing and one thing very clear. They will not hide behind such atrocity to show their ugly heads outside and claim they are there for our people. These are the same people who are sponsoring proxy groups to commit such actions. We have seen them across our territory. We have seen them in Batibo. We have seen them in Tali. We have seen them in Lebialem. We have seen it in Moyoka and many other places. We have seen them in Garbu. Cameroon government officials creating vigilante groups to use them to work side by side with the Cameroon military to commit atrocity with the hope of turning our local population against their own aspiration. It shall not work. We have seen the illegal mayor, the bloodthirsty mayor, who ignored the call of his own people in Kumba not to take part in a foreign government election in Kumba, coming around parading himself and thinking he's representing the people. The same person who gave 6 million to the Bensikin drivers in Kumba to use them to prop up himself. I want to let him know that he will not be safe in Kumba. We are going to come after him. Everybody who sits in Kumba, Boya, along the Atlantic state, thinking they are going to hide behind any type of atrocity they are going to commit and be safe, they are making a big mistake. They have failed before and they will fail again. Ladies and gentlemen, I will give una the exact facts which will happen for this struggle. But first, I will take una forget una for inside the history where it happened for inside Ambazonia, so that make una understand what really happened. La République shall not hide behind the killing of 5 children to continue to wash the memory of the 20,000 people they have slaughtered in our territory. They cannot come and kill 5, thinking that by killing 5 students inside their own class, somehow they are going to use it to convince our people to abandon the fight for 8 million people, to wipe the memory of the 20,000 people they have already killed so far and many more missing. If Cameroon be check say, if they can't kill this picking them, it will help them, then they don't make a big mistake. They never know the gravity of fighting for 8 million people. They never know the gravity for fighting for justice for a state, Southern Cameroon. They never know the gravity for fighting for justice for the people of Ngarbu, for the Pekin where they slaughter and for Bebe Mata, for the Sansan boy, for the boy they kill them for inside Boya. La République du Cameroon that underestimate and they will continue to make the same error. We will see for February 4 for Ngarbu had and slaughter or picking them. For May 26, for inside Menka, for Pinyin, we'll see the massacre, multiple massacre for Ekona. We'll see the sandpits boy them where they kill them for inside Boya. For Fako, they no go wipe this memory by killing our own people. Killing 5 children to wipe the memory of the murder of over 20,000 people. That shall not happen. Before I give una the facts and play una the audio for what will happen for inside Kumba, for Fiango, I go on for take una, for remind una what will la République du Cameroon that do am. I need for remind una what will la République that do am. Only for inside for Ponda, inside Ponda for Ponda massacre where it take place for January, January weti. Now killing then this way take place for inside Ponda, where la République du Cameroon and camp for day 25 January 2019 for inside Ponda. Then gather picking the way they play football. I mean children playing football, 10 of them for inside Ponda, Atlantic State. Slaughter them all, kill them all, throw their die body for day. For remind una the type of people the regime will fight them. The type of people who will fight for free ourselves for. The type of atrocity where that make our youths them pick up arms for fight for liberate us from this La République du Cameroon. Una need to understand the diabolic nature of the people that will deal with them. I go play on some of the videos, the old videos for Ponda. This one a Ponda massacre where it take place for inside Atlantic State. Now the video this.
Next month, I take move the other one.
Now for inside Pondu this so for Moyoka January 25.
Go assist the people. They move their white. Move their white. All the things that I want to make a sort of son of inter.
So now inside Moyoka this, La République du Cameroon their military camp for day 25 January. Una the year the speaker they explain which way it happened. Then catch youths them, students playing football, 10 of them, slaughter them all. Now the image and that way they bury them for day. 10 students, slaughter them all for inside Pondo. They call the place na Pondo. For October, ma put the videos. Me gonna see which way we fight them. For October, 12th of October this year, 3B inside Bamenda, they raped 23-year-old Pekin. The video nobody this you know what be even publicized. Now the certificate this for rape from General Hospital. La République they rape 23 years old Pekin for inside Bamenda. Only on the 22nd, 3 of their military people. Now the people in this way they target our students them. For instance, Ambazonia. Inside Bamenda, I think so when I remember when I get fresh memory. For the Nelson murder, a teenager, 17 years old. 17-year-old girl. For inside Bamenda, for petrol station day. The rapey for Afric Petroleum. For inside, I think at Veterinary Junction for inside Bamenda. Ma play the video. Make una understand the reason why we fight. Why our boy then pick up arms for fight against La Republic.
How you go?
Calm down yourself. Calm down.
Just calm down. Calm down.
When you end up over down petrol station, no man will be there
Wait.
with you.
They ask. So they ask you say wait till they do the talk.
Make it cry, when you cry, so you create things and people, then calm down yourself. We know all the boys where they stand for the young children. We do with them sooner for us. Calm down yourself. Make it cry, so you create tension.
So it's as you don't get ID, can you just use for whole
So now our picking and this.
No cry, no
Our
cry.
students and this.
Calm down.
For instance, Ambazonia. Across our territory. From Atlantic state to the Savannah state.
So he asked you say wait till. They ask you say wait till.
Avoid the past, they come here, I try to ignore them. Then first and first, normally you more fear.
Normally. Correct.
I don't cross now. They send me now with their big man. The one where we stand vote, it's my going to that soup every day. I don't go meet to them now. The other man now, he go talk some motor man now. I want to see can come now. The big man say my follow that man. Go start for play with them, then they get ID card, then they go start. I try to beg them for the I need them, I beg them for the doesn't man no try for the man no even try, man no try for the put me send them for yeah. And the beg that policeman they did that. The other one jack me now enter that some place where it's a petrol station. So now they put no get ID card, now they go stand.
You see people there for the.
No man no be there.
So Jack you go down inside the wait now.
Me go to inside. It doesn't my give my move my clothes. I don't say I didn't know the beg the man. They say this I be mommy picking. I didn't begin Bobby. It's the man no try her life. Yes, I did her life, Papa. I beg you need. I beg the man today. The man did never done. He king me. Jing me say my it's jing me back up say my stand before I move my clothes nice.
So you move your glory review.
So it happened now. So
when I see now the evil regime for La Republic this. Now the modus operandis using rape of students as a tool of war. I want me gonna get an idea of wetin it drive our people them for fight against this injustice for our state. All this atrocity them for La Republic. For remind una, make una understand the reason why Ambazonia need for free itself from this monstrous regime. This monstrous relationship way we get them with La Republic du Cameroon. Una need for understand, say they no go come kill our own picking them, fight our own picking them, for wipe the memories, for wipe the tears of the 20,000 mami them for Ambazonia where they see cry their picking them, for wipe the tears for the woman the way they are picking them run go for inside Nigeria. The thousands of Ambazonia, the millions of Ambazonia them where they run drive them out of that country. They no go come can kill our own 5 picking them. Feel say somehow we go be so naive and so stupid for forget about all the atrocity them and then come back like slaves for can be under their foot. No, it shall not happen. I want to remind una now I want to put this video. I put up this picture. For instance, Bonduma, or they call up Bonduma, for behind Agbobala, the office. Now youths than this. Military stop these youths them for road. Stop them for main road. Corner Agbobala place where they know say I them plenty for day. Drag the picking them, put them inside house where they see Bilam, execute them. Bebe matter, una know where to wait it happen for Bebe matter. And this issue them in any have not be isolated issue. Where if you talk say they kill our people them. And then their government official they no be aware. Their mayors them, all their civil administrator them, they work hand in hand with La Republic for kill our picking them innocent people them where they never commit no crime. Carry them go trade their body for their water. Ma play una even the video for inside Bali, where they talk say close to 100 people them. Then catch them, go execute them, trade their body for inside river. And La Republic, their mayor, the mayor for inside Bali, he be aware of all these practices. Now the video this, I put the video, me gonna see him. Now the video this, for inside Bali.
Let me just film it. Where have my call?
When I hear they go call the mayor.
Hello, I'm Mayor. I'm okay. Well, Mayor Boma, Yan to Kayanda, Andy for the past 1 month, but Bunsen Tony won't get no 2 a.m. I produce Lord Mayor. Okay, but I'm going to want you. Number one, your other phone. Okay. Android phone. 3 weeks ago, Kabakunju, who boni kwa machune ko. Manchun makonaka. So I got last night. Military motor control around 2 a.m.
Where have my call?
So now for Bali this, where the military work in synchronology with the so-called mayor. Over 100 boy them, then carry them, put bullet for their skin, throw them for inside water, for inside Bali. 100 picking and they never commit no crime. They don't catch them with gun. They never take no prisoners. They execute them, throw them for inside water. And the mayor know him. It happened. This one happened at this October 5 of October 2020. Then the La Republic, they want go murder our own students for come back with the hope, say by killing our students for inside Kumba, it go cause our people them for abandon their fight for independence. It shall not happen. We shall not be so quick to forget. We shall not be so stupid to forget the atrocity of this Cameroon regime. We are not going to be apologetic for picking up arms to defend our country. We know that this action in Kumba was done by La République du Cameroun. I'm going to play the audios from the witnesses that live in those areas. And I'm going to tell you exactly what we know and what we don't know. So I'll play those audios, make una understand what will happen. What we will know right now. Now say, La République, their action, the inside Kumba, it be under their control. Kumba be largely under the control of La République du Cameroun. Now, why the way when they kill General Ayeke, then carry bring in for Kumba after they don't do their propaganda video for inside Lebialem, then carry General Ayeke with all the people the way they be kidnapping for day, bring them inside Kumba because Kumba be firmly under their military control. It be firmly under their hand. That is why they bring the people in for inside Kumba. So we want to ask Abazonia people. I will play the audio the more I hear from the people who don't talk for them on the ground. Maybe we know the facts. And for promise una, say I will dig the truth. The ADF is committed to bring you the truth, to unmask the people that were behind the killing. We shall not hide anything from you. We are unrepentant in defending our independence. And we will bring the people there for you. Just like we did in Moyoka. We identify the person who committed the action in Moyoka. The killing of Comfort. I will bring those audios, make you understand which way to go on for the ground. Why the investigation, it will be conclusive for we to present for una the exact people the way they be pull the trigger. Because ultimately, we want to identify those people the way they pull the trigger and for expose them. but we know for sure say na La Republique du Cameroon be behind the killing. I go play some of the audio them. Make una hear wait away the weaknesses the background they talk am. Una listen.
For me, we should always give thanks to God, because what has happened today, it is something that I don't know. I don't just know what to say, because what I saw with my two naked eyes today, it's God's doing, it's God's work. Because
so this person, it is stay around the school. He see na an eyewitness for the people the way they can kill this pikin for inside Kumba. When I hear his account,
these guys, you see that they shot these children in this except the mother Francisca. These guys, they came straight first, but to diligent. 3 bike, 9 of them, all of them were gone. They came and made my neighbor, the team who is having a store just beside the gate. They met him. As they met him, they asked him about this school. There is this school going on. Timbu said no, they have carried the benches to Boya Road. So several in Boya Road, said the primary school down in Boya Road. So they left. Directly they climbed that bike as they were going. Not within up to about 10 minutes, much, up to about 5 minutes. I heard the gunshot. If you come to that place now, you see about 7 children all down dead. The ones that they have taken to the hospital.
So this eyewitness, he give we some facts about what we know and what happened. 3 bike carrying 6 people. Then first approach a first school. The store person where they did for corner the school. Then go for that store with long guns. Then go for the store. They ask that person, say, this school they go open. That person inform them, say, that school it don't close. They don't carry the bench for that school. Then go down for corner Boya Road day for this San Francisco location. This one it don't confirmed by multiple people. Then one no need to play multiple audio them for now. We don't talk for multiple people. Them they don't confirm them. Say the people the way they kill this picking them. Then come with 3 bike. It carries 6 people, 1 driver, 1 passenger, and all them who big AK-47. They not this call an AK-47, but all of them talk to the whole heavy military gun them. That means say all the baby well armed, heavily armed. So what you go tell now for this account? It be impossible for any person in that number 3 convoy carrying heavy weapons for drive through Kumba, come for the location where the people they be there without passing through military control. So whoever is the killer, the military authorize, the military allow them to work inside Kumba. The eyewitness talk say the military, the people then come for some store, for come ask them what other school they go. So the idea where La Republique they push and through their propagandists them say na Amber boy then where they be done contact that school for ask money, na lie. Why? If these people them they be na Amber boys them where they don't contact this school, they not for come ask na civilian them corner that school say they so that school they go on or not. So the fact say they can't ask them for day, it shows say these people them not be people the way them be around that area. Not be people where them be aware about the school where they go on and school where they need to go. And the fact that they need for even direct them the place where the school day, it shows say not be picking them for that area. The Amazonian fighters them usually not picking them for that neighborhood or picking the way them be familiar with that neighborhood. So the whole idea say this killing for Kumba was about Amber boys, so-called Amber boys, the generic name where they do want hide for behind. The so-called Amber boys that was asking for money from the proprietor because their opening school is false. It's completely false and lies, manufactured. In reality, these are people who are not familiar with that area. And these are people working hand in hand with La Republique du Cameroon military. Irrespective of them, it may turn out that these people are actually Amber boys. It may be. It may be. Because we must be very honest when it comes to the life of our people. If we are not truthful to respect the life that have passed in Fiango, then we cannot say we are truthful about the life, about all the other life in Amazonia. That's why we in the ADF, we are very honest. If we make mistake, we will admit that we have made mistake. So for sure, the truth is that the people on that bike were allowed by the military of Cameroon to go to that location. That is why they were not afraid to drive through town, and they go for that place. And the facts have said they not even know that area. It shows it na likely pure military people. So I want to tell when I say we don't know the identity of the killers, but we are working and investigating to identify the killers, and we will. We have our methods, and we will. I assure you. But what we know is that the 6 of them came in 3 bikes, asked for information, which means that they did not have information, and they were directed to go to a location where the students were attending schools. So their intention was not to close school, because why did they come to that particular area asking for schools? That is this school going on? Is this school going on? So it was a plan. These are all indications that these people were out to come and kill students for something else that can only help La Republique. Because if you look at the reaction of the colonial mayor, who is a wanted man and could not live among the people of Kumba, his immediate action pretends crime.
What our war of independence they want by killing our students who want to go to school. They want their right and they don't want others to exercise their own right. If not of education, would they ever?
So this reaction from this colonial mayor detail the exact plan for La Republique. They want to call the people to rise up against the fighters. That is the whole agenda. It is not even about asking the international community to label our fighters as terrorists, because they know that the international community recognize the legitimacy of our fight, and there is no way they can label us terrorists. They have applied to America, to Norway, to Hong Kong, China, all over the world. The international community have told them we are fighting a legitimate fight. We are right, and we have the right to fight to restore our independence and sovereignty. So, may we establish the fact. This will not be about international. This is not about making us terrorists. No. We are sure about this. We are sure from information that some Francophones, activists, and bloggers are putting out that La Republique had a meeting somewhere in Kumba. I don't know whether they are just making up stories, because all these Francophones, they are just making up stories. They are not credible. But it is worth noting that some Francophones, French Cameroon citizens, have come up to state that there was a meeting that the Cameroon military planned to carry out this action to tag us as terrorists and to turn the population against us. So we don't believe that this is about tagging us as terrorists, because Cameroon government knows. We know that they know that we are not terrorists. We know that they know that we are right. We know that they know that they can never succeed to tag us terrorists. So this is about turning the population against the Amazonian fighters, with the hope that our people are going to be so shocked, so outrageous, that they are going to turn against the Amber Boys, like you see the colonial deal, the colonial mayor, trying to claim and instigate the people to rise up. So we know that the Cameroon military was involved. How do we know that the Cameroon military was involved? It was because they had total control of the vicinity. They had total control of the vicinity. This is the second audio about a woman who also is a businesswoman there around that area of that school, who physically saw the Cameroon military around that area. This is the audio.
Hello, Mr. Julius.
No. That is the interview I did. I'll play the interview later, but this is the audio of this woman.
Not them.
This woman is living close to that school.
Not them. Today, Saturday for market, that people they patrol the whole market today. Ofiango market, they did the whole market for Baxis line there. Other side so because around that side is school, then after CCC. After CCC na CCC that farm street. After CCC, which of farm street no? Farm street by medication as so. They be tonton for them. They be tonton the find wetin. Even for back school for backside my house here.
So around that CCC area, now the area where it go towards that school, the first school the way you pass am before you want go towards that school. So na fit hear from this woman wey na market woman wey dey stay around that area. He explain and say there be an unprecedented activity of the Cameroon military around that area. Plenty Cameroon military people were around that area suspiciously parading the area, securing the area. So this is an area that was firmly under the control of the Cameroon military. It was therefore impossible for anybody to get into this place and carry out an action without the Cameroon military interfering, stopping them, or allowing them to carry on that action. So make una hear the statement, the account of this witness when I a neighbor to that school. Then after I go play una interview I carry am with the people the way they dey for inside Kumba.
They did a whole market for back CCC line there. All that side so because around that side is school then after CCC. After CCC na CCC that farm street. After CCC which of farm street no farm street by medication as so. They be tonton for them. They be tonton the find wetin. Even for back school for backside my house here, some students they go there, they say military they come for they work and find wetin.
So this lady is confirming that witnesses, students in that school, saw military people in their campus that same day, that same 24th of October. The military people were in that campus, securing the environment, having the environment under control before these happenings. So una don hear for una own ear. Yeah.
Even for back school for backside my house here, some students they go there, they say military they come for they work and find wetin. They can't find wetin. But I should have no self go shoot my can't wait my kind of school can shoot pikin. All the things is on arrangement. All the things is on arrangement.
So even the neighbor them for they talk say the be na a military arrangement. It was a military arrangement to send people on unidentified persons to get in there and assassinate those students. It was a military operation to do this act. That area in Kumba, I have proven beyond reasonable doubt, was firmly under the control of the Cameroon military. They were patrolling that area. I have proven with the witness testimony. They came to that school before the incident. They were around that area, around CCC, around the market. Multiple people have confirmed. From all indication, this boy did not even know that school. So there is a possibility that the shooter were Cameroon military. Likely, it could be Cameroon military. We are going to identify them eventually. The shooter could also be Ambazonian fighters, so-called Ambazonian fighters working for the Cameroon military. Because we know for sure that the Cameroon military have committed actions using proxy forces. Let me show you some of the examples. These are newspapers. Let me bring up some of these newspapers. These are newspapers showing you, these are independent sources, Cameroon Tribune, showing you say Cameroon government it done set up vigilante them for inside Ambazonia. They done set up teams them inside Ambazonia. This one na independent Cameroon government they confirm them. Now other newspaper than this. These are multiple newspapers confirming Cameroon government providing ammunition for vigilante group where they use them for carry out the atrocity. We don't see even for the one a foreign newspaper. Cameroon military using vigilante. We see say even from Garbu, the Cameroon military then come together, facilitate the arrangement for the Bororo vigilante group where they be create them for launch and attack for slaughter our people them for Isangarbu, killing students. So we know say these people they don't get no mercy, even for students.
Innocent children, innocent girls.
So even for Garbu, it shows that the Cameroon military, they care about picking them. They slaughter this military, this picking them for inside this village. This one, no be people who don't care about our students. The Cameroon military, they see our students like a problem. So we know say Cameroon, even their military personnel. So the Cameroon military that they threaten Amazonian students them, where they don't move them from class. I mean students where they go for school, inside classroom. The Cameroon military move them for class, put them, humiliate them, threaten to kill them.
Very soon. Everybody will sleep like those guys very soon. Look at this phone. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Je dis de regarder le téléphone, c'est là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Regardez le téléphone, c'est là. Tout le monde, regardez le téléphone.
Now the treatment this way, the Cameroon military is game for our students them. So we know say Cameroon military, now they are operate, now they way they see we. They are governor they call we rats and dogs. Their military they treat our students like criminals, teenagers. Now video than that. Now their modus operandis.
Go.
Country.
So now when I hear how they call the students the Amazonia.
Amazonia, we went to that country.
So the Cameroon military they consider even our students them like the so-called Amazonians. When are the people the way they target them for kill them for this war? Now the people in this, now the military this they attack students. So we know say they attack students. The only question we ask ourselves now say then use na military people them for kill these students them, or then use na amber boy them, so-called amber boys for kill these people them. So far, I go show you na say they use fake amber boys when they are military personnel. Una remember this boy where they call in a Clovis, where he parade himself like say na he be amber boy, former amber boy. Na military man. Na the Clovis is na 3 gallon. For tell una say before person one get 3 gallon, that means say he done there for military for how long? The person done there for military for how long? So they parade, they show these people where they call and say they are so-called DDR center, where say na ex-army combatant them, where na actually Cameroon military men them, where they come up for inside Amazonia. They use them for disguise them. They say na amber boys. Only recently we don't see the one for inside Santa, how they disguise like amber boys them, kill youths them for that area, recruit them. We don't see the same thing for Pinyin, how the Cameroon military. It disguised like amber boys go recruit core picking the and come for inside class. Then they come back and kill them. So these are people who are killing children to discredit our struggle, killing children to turn the population against we, and we are not going to buy it. We are not going to buy it. We will not allow them to get away with crime. This is insult to wounds. You want to kill our own students as a way to turn our population against us. That is so stupid, and it is not going to work. They have done it before in Gabu. Even the so-called amber fighters like we have seen in Santa. We have seen the one in Santa. I have to bring the picture of this guy. This guy in Santa, who is a military man, he was part of the so-called IG group. It was part of the so-called Sako and Mr. Pobia group in Santa, disguising like amber boys, going around kidnapping people. They were kidnapping people, recruiting youth. So we know that the Cameroon government is also using Amazonian Sako group, like the case of Comfort in Moyoka. Who killed Comfort? According to our information, the Cameroon Tribune, some of their journalists who investigated the killing of Comfort in Moyoka, they refused them from publishing the information. So Cameroon refused to publish the information about the death of Comfort because they don't want to identify that Sako was behind, because Sako is also working for La Republique. You have to know, when the Ambazonian Governing Council labeled them as infiltrators, is because they are working hand in hand with La Republique. It was their soldier who killed Comfort on behalf of La Republique. It is La Republique behind them. The one who killed the one in Batibo, the Bible translator, was also an Amazonian fighter under Sako. So Sako, they are working for La Republique. We don't know who is the particular person that La Republique have used this time. But what we know is that there is a group inside our struggle working for La Republique, and that group is the Sako group. And this is the only group that have actually asked people to kill civilians. This is the only group. We don't hear from them. This one will be some strange thing. May I play even the audio make gonna hear? I'll play the video, make gonna hear. Where is that video? I'll bring that video so that you guys can actually see, can actually listen for yourself. I'll put the video. I think a lot of you guys have seen that video. So we cannot make mistake, and we cannot deceive our people. We cannot fight for a people and we turn around and kill the same people. It's impossible. So this is not us. The only people who can kill civilians are the people working for La Republique. And you know by now, when we say that Sako Ekome is working for La Republique, you know that it is not a game. It's for real. This is them.
You kill him. If the military doesn't attack you, don't touch it. Some of them, they don't want to do it, but their lives are on hanging bars. People you need to touch, I'm sorry to say this, is the civilian population. When you touch them, their cries, especially the families of those who are in government, if you know any of them, you touch them. That is where it hurts. They are the ones. Again. This video, after this, you will not see this video online.
So
I'm just saying it now.
I don't want to just tell una, so be very honest. There are people like the Sako people who are asking the boys to kill on the ground are traitors working for Cameroon government. They are working for Cameroon government. We have seen the images of the Cameroon military who are working under them. They have created these county things and for the Cameroon military to come and work under them to be used by the Cameroon military. Whether it is by them, like the one in Comfort, it is still La Republique behind. It is still La Republique behind. Those are facts. And we will not play with the blood and the life of our people. We will not. So those are the facts. I'm laying that down to you. I'll play some of the audio. This audio is from the interview I give with one of the people on the ground as well in...
Oh, Mr. Julius. Good evening.
Yeah.
Na Capo Daniel, I beg. I want try to get information about what will happen for that school and kill that picking and there. I don't know whether you don't hear.
That's what happened. So, as they say, that people come on back.
So, I'm not going to play this audio because it gets classified information and our investigation is not done on Facebook. It's not done on social media. I just wanted to give that small part so that you know exactly that we are doing proper investigation and we are going to expose the people behind this killing. And it should be clear to all Ambazonians now that these killings were done by the Cameroon military. It was facilitated by the Cameroon military. It was under the control of the Cameroon military for the purpose of turning our population against the revolution and rising up against the Ambazonian fighters. What you should know, the Cameroon Ambazonian fighters are the people of those communities, the selfless individuals who have carried guns to fight against the massacre of their own village people by the Cameroon military, who have killed over 20,000 and counting. That is why they pick up guns. They are picking up guns to fight for the killing of Julius, for the fight for the killing of Bebe Mata, for the pastor in Matao, for the killing of the Sandpit boys in Boya, for the slaughter in Pendo, how do they call that place? It's Penda, for the killing of the people in Garbu, for the humiliation of our students, our lawyers. These are selfless boys who cannot in their right mind or in their mind go and kill their own people because they are going to school. We have banned school and we have made it clear to our people that nobody should touch a student. We have actually exposed generals who have touched children. So we are coming to tell the Ambazonian people that the killing of the student in this school in Fiango is another Ngarbu massacre. We are going to do everything it takes to identify and unmask the people behind the killing. We are going to be unrepentant about our strategy to fight against the Republic, and we promise you we are going to kick them out of our country. We are in this war today because they disregard our statehood. They disregard our state to try to colonize us and to engulf us, assimilate us, recolonize us. Black on black colonization. If it was not the illegality, we would not be seeing this blood today. It is all La Republique. Whether they are using their infiltrators and traitors like Capo and the rest, it doesn't matter. The end of the game is that they are the ones killing. Even the military one, the guy they call him Prince Menzi, who is in Menchum, is an active service Cameroon military who have disguised themselves after they have tried to capture the IG group, to implant themselves and commit this type of atrocity. Remember, we have been fighting. I will take this opportunity to balance it, because I tell you guys, we are not afraid. We are in the right things. We are doing the right things. We are not even defensive, because we know the people who have done this thing, and we know that our people will do the right thing. I will take this opportunity to address the so-called AMF forces who are in Kumba Ekondo Titi Road. The people of Ekondo Titi have called and begged me. How come I've deleted this guy, blocked this guy called Ayuk Tabe? He's using fake name. I blocked him, but he's still there. I don't know how come. The people for Ekondo Titi, they aren't tired. The so-called, they call this AMF general, they call it General Godi. They aren't tired. Now just say na sorry hat. Like the people them for that side for Ekondo Titi, Kumba Road, they for them catch some of those their AMF fighters, then go give them for La Republique. I talk them because we be plain. We don't talk for the ADF, say fighting against kidnapping for ransom, the excesses is as important as fighting for our independence. We shall fight against kidnapping for ransom. We will not sit behind again and allow any other group or La Republique agents to come behind groups and commit atrocity in our territory. We will not. We will fight with two hands. We will fight La Republique, and we will fight anybody who is trying to fight against our civilians in the name of La Republique. Any paid agent. So I'm sending this message. I'm sending this message to General Ekeko, to General Milipit, to General Bitakola. All of them AMF fighters. The IG now is under the IG. I think they're under the IG. So Yerima Seseko should talk to this general. I'm sending it over social media for full disclosure, because I believe in public court. They should talk to them. General Godi, the last time he fight, these are people that have this information is coming from Nambere, when Nambere was still on the field. It's coming from General Ivor. Because these guys, General Ekeko, not General Ekeko, I think General Ekeko was not there at that time. You had General Divine and Charles, who came from Ground 1. They came into those areas, Ekondo Titi, Kumba Road there. And they came there, they were fighting very well. The whole fight in Kwakwa area, they were fighting in Kwakwa area, going and fighting around Munyenge area. All those areas, they were fighting and doing very good job. Until 2018, that La République du Cameroun infiltrated them. They used their agent in China and many other places. and one woman who works in Sonera. I think the name of them, I'll look for those information and I'll put them out there. But I'm saying this thing because it is this area we need to focus on this area. And I'm telling the youth in Ekondo Titi to be patient. The group that we are trying to set up there, we are going to set it up. So they had killed General Charles had died. The guy who came there was Charles with General Divine, who were fighting very well. They came and they bribed Charles. There is a company there. I think it's a Korean company. There's a Korean company there, if I'm not mistaken. It's called a Tunisian company called Sorobat. The Sorobat, the Barry Kobet. When the Barry Kobet came, they came with some white people. They came through South Frontier, and they paid money to Charles, General Charles, and he sold the secret of the fighters who were there. Before that period, the Barry Kobet have been using the Tunisian company Kurubat to give money to General Divine and pay all of those people. And the right time when they had this company coming to prepare the Swiss D, what you call Swiss D today, it started at that time. Unfortunately, most of you don't pay attention. And Bazonia, you just want noise. If I come and make noise, then you'll be paying attention. But it never mattered. This one for sense people then. So this Barry Kobet company, they were working with Kurubat. They were paying these fighters there to allow them to construct road there and allow the plantation to be going on. But eventually they come and kill them. So it goes to every soldier who is receiving money from brasseries. All these people who are bribing you, they will build a rapport. They are very patient. They can take 1 year, but they will kill you at the end. That is how Charles was killed, and that is how General Divine was killed in the AMF. And then they brought in their people now with money. They came and bribed them, and they even changed their name now to the Sword of Ambazonia. So I'm sending this message to General Godi, who is the Sword of Ambazonia. He's an AMF guy. Yeah, AMF guy. And to those who are paying the money, buying these uniforms to give them now because they just want publicity, to know the danger it poses to our people when they are infiltrated, and when La Republique, they come in there with money to start using these boys. So they should be very careful. General Godi is controlling a big area from Neke. He's there, I think, around Neke 2. You can have Neke 1 and Neke 2. So he's around Neke 2, staying in a bush house there with 2 wives. This Godi man of the AMF, he's working with the IG, have taxed everybody. You know, the whole that area there, all of them are cocoa farmers. Every man 10,000, woman 20,000, and they are beating, harassing our people there. If we are not careful, the same thing we saw happen in Tali will happen again in a Kondo Titi area there, from the whole that area from Kondo Titi to Kumba Road area there. We have seen them harassing drivers there, all those things. It has to stop. This war is to liberate the poor people, not to go against our people. It has to stop. And I'm asking for the people who want to benefit politically, like Yerima and Seseko, who want to use the AMF to gain political capital, to take responsibility and make sure that this nonsense stop. It should stop. They are taxing farmers. Last time they had this, they called that place is Komantang. Komantang. They are from Komantang to Mabonji. Komantang to Mabonji. The cocoa sellers there, they are crying to me every day. I've been quiet for long enough. I've been crying for long enough because when things like this happen, these are the places that La Republique is going to start to get a foothold if these people, they don't stop their nonsense. This is where the whole thing was cooked up. This is where the whole thing was cooked up. So this is where, at that time, when they make that deal, when the infiltrators came, that is when they released General Keko, who is now the head of this group, of the AMF. Now, General Keko is the head of AMF. They removed him from prison. Nambere also came from prison, and today, where are they? So General Ivo's suspicions was, he was suspicious about these guys, and he gave me that information. And today we are seeing how the things are going. Because people were criticizing the people criticizing Ayabacho and the self-defense people. They think that by coming into self-defense, by paying money here, paying money to these boys, they are going to somehow become politically relevant. They don't know that they are digging a deep pit that can destroy the whole aspiration for our people. So this nonsense must end. General Godi, I'm giving you this warning. Stop it. We are not going to allow you to continue to do the nonsense you are doing there. All the people in Mambonji, all the people from there, all those Ekondo Titi area up to Kumba Road. We have informed you guys, we have told you guys we are going to come there, organize your children there, we are going to help them, to train them to be able to defend themselves. I'm so happy that you have not turned to the colonial government to come and fight the people there. I'm very happy with that. It should remain like that. Do not engage with the military of La Republique. It is treason. And I'm also telling our people in Kumba, don't engage with a foreign and an alien government that is involved in a genocidal war against our own people. It is treason. If you do that, you will get into trouble. And I'm warning all the colonial administrators in Kumba, leave now while you can leave. Leave now while you can leave. And for all Francophone citizens, you have listened to the Benedict Kwa, our chief. All Francophone citizens in Ambazonia, it is better for you to go back to your country. It's an advice. It's better for you to go back to your country. Because I don't see why these other people who are taking money, they are going around harassing our people for money and they are leaving you guys. I'm not telling people to go and harass you or to go and kidnap you for ransom, but I'm telling the Amazonian fighters who are the ones that are under this Sako Ekomepobia group, that if they must go down to do this type of thing, why are they leaving these Francophones? Huh? Why are they leaving them and then they are coming to disturb our people? So what I'm telling you is that I advise the Francophone to go back to their country because they are becoming a security challenge for us. They are giving information to La Republique. Our generals on the ground, they have taken a decision to ban them from doing petit trade. Amazonian, we are stronger today more than ever before. We are going to rebuild Kumba block by block. The blood of Bosdaf will not go in vain. And all the people of Kumba, contact me, build your defense steadily and protect yourself against infiltration. Go after all the collaborators. Do not touch any student. It is forbidden. It is what has happened in Kumba is a war crime. What has happened in Kumba is a war crime. And we must all come together as Ambazonian to fight for the 8 million lives that are at stake. And for justice for the 20,000 lives that have been killed by La République du Cameroon. We are going to come on the ground. The Amazonian Governing Council TV will be on the ground very soon. So everybody should be ready. Things are going to get better. We have had the first graduate from our special unit with the new weapons. We need to upgrade ourselves. So please fund the revolution, fund the resistance. We are better off today than yesterday. We are strong and we are going to investigate and expose the killers. But make no mistake, those students were killed. The killing were facilitated by Cameroon government who control that area and troops that were under their control. We don't know the identity of the troops. It could be Cameroon military personnel. It may be Anglophones that they have recruited, like we have seen them using them in Santa, Clovis, and all those military people who are disguised like Ambazonia. It can also actually be real county by county forces like the case of Comfort. Whatever it may be, we are going to come with you with that information as soon as we have it. Our TV is a fat victory for the people of the Mandelas, and I want to thank Comrade Bella Franklin for the wonderful job. We have also had the information of the stepping down of Mr. Tapang Ivor. Ntanku. I want to just thank him for the wonderful job he has done. He's a great friend of mine. The fact that he is going to be focused on his rebel channel and he has stepped down from the position of the DDCA and the spokesperson. So Tapang Ivor is no more the spokesperson or the DDCA of the ADF. Those functions have been taken over by the defense chief, General Benedict Kwa. I want to thank Tapang Ivor. He's been a great leader, a great activist, a great humanitarianist. Now, person where he didn't stand for my back for this struggle. I remember the time where Sako did the struggle for assassinate me and for defame my character. Tapang Ivor stood beside me, shoulder to shoulder. Yes, we have differences in ideology, we have differences in presentation, but we are all patriots. I will never be grateful more than enough for Tapang Ivor. He's my greatest supporter. He's my brother. He's my personal friend. I love him so much. I cannot wait for the day we are going to meet personally. He's a big leader. He has been the interim leader of this struggle, and we will always be grateful for him. I remember his inspiration with the spider group, the scorpion. You know, that man is one of the reasons that a lot of people have actually become independentists. When I remember the time where he be the work with Mark Barata, now Mark Barata be the draggy for back. Now Tapang Ivo be the always lead the road forward. So lie on the sleep, but lie no be die. Lie no be die. So Tapang Ivo, be na the the represent the ADF, but he still remain a wonderful advisor. He will be a big advisor for ADF. We go to go for you for a great advice, like a very experienced leader, a rebel leader. And we go also, I think he rebel channel go still there for our TV. He go always be a partner for the ADF, and we go to always work hand in hand with he. Now a great patriot, I be so privileged for work beside somebody as Tapang Ivo. I cannot give you enough words about him. You know him already. He have a big following. He's one of the biggest leaders we have. So I'm very grateful for Tapang Ivo. I salute his service for inside the ADF, and we hope say he will always still be part and parcel of the family and friends and supporters of the ADF, the ideology and the leadership. We will always go for you for advice every time, and we will always work with let's say nothing never change. We would work with let's say nothing never change. He's a very good man. Very good man. He don't fight, you remember Cameroon and sue for court. He don't fight for a case for Cameroon for court. So he handle a lot of things them out of the struggle, career-wise and other things them. But it is put the struggle paramount, and we hope say it will always continue that way. So any man wanna fit reach out for Tapang, congratulate you. Thank you for the wonderful service we done do for the country through the ADF as you will continue for the self in a new capacity as the rebel channel leader. But we will continue for the work hand in hand with you, for the listen for you, get advice for you, get directions for you as well. So thank you all very much. I hope so Narang get the facts about the massacre we happened for inside Kumba. We don't talk say they no go whitewash the death for 20,000 Ambazonians by killing another 5. It is a war crime. We'll call on the international community to investigate. Would expect say our leader Dr. Cho Ayaba go address the issue tomorrow, and we'll go all the listen for that address. God bless you now. Ciao.